welcome to the 15th of March for another homework video. This week we are joined again by the lovely Hannah from Crystal Academy, and also her FlossTube channel, which is
Hannah Dowling.
Yeah, thought it was just your name. And we have another homework aficionado, Sasha, who's joining us for her first video. Welcome, Sasha.
Hi.
So we're all happily play together in a couple of the different groups, and we're going to share with you what's happening that we know of so far for this week coming up. It's currently about midday here on Monday in Australia, so my week has well and truly started, but we'll get the homework underway. All right, first up, as usual, we've got the Cross Stitches Journal and Daily 30 weekly homework. What are we going to do for this, Hannah?
Okay, so this week and into next week is International Car Forest Week. So I had not heard of this before until until reading through. So I'm just going to go right into the choices. So the first prompt is stitch on a whip with something related to love or compassion in the design.
Okay.
And you do 300 stitches or 400 stitches, but you can also do 3 or 4 hours for each of these.
All right, I'll go first. So this one, I'm being guided by my March Mayhem, which is where my pieces were chosen for me by some of the fellow Zoomers. And so for the love one, I'm going to stitch on Blueberry Homecoming, because that Amish family all love each other so much that they work together to achieve the communal goal of harvesting their crop. What about you, Sasha?
I think I would probably do Leilani, the hula dancer, because my husband and I went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, so it reminds me of love.
Okay, and then I bet you all are going to know exactly what piece I'm going to be working on.
I can guess.
I'm going to be working on my wedding piece. Obviously, it's the day I got married, so that has a lot of love, I'm thinking.
I must say, you're getting some good progress on that.
Yeah. I got another eye in today, so I have 2 eyes now. I'm not the one-eyed cyclops.
Awesome. Oh, that's really good. All right, what's next?
Okay, second question or second prompt. Put stitches into a whip that has something in the design that could reflect sunlight.
Okay, I am going to work on this one. It's one of my full coverages, which is The Christmas House 2 by Artisy. And the reason is that there's actually this car down here in the bottom right, which, if it wasn't covered in snow, the windscreen would definitely reflect some sunlight, but the snow on it would also reflect sunlight too. So I'm going to stitch on that one.
All right, and I have Disney Dreams Fantasia. There's a nice pond there that would reflect the sunlight.
Oh, that's a cute one too.
And then I'm going to do similar along the same lines. I'm going to do Once Upon a Fairy Tale, because there is water and that will reflect sunlight.
Excellent. I love how they're mostly pretty easy prompts at the moment. I think it's because we're doing Mayhem and they're trying to make it so that you can fit your Mayhem stuff in.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa, I know your answer for this one already. Stitch on a piece that has something in the design that you might see in a mirage.
Yes, because you saw my homework, my floss tube. That's pretty impressive that you've seen it already. I only just put it up an hour ago. Okay, where is it? I'm looking. Well, a mirage is something you want to see, isn't it? It's something that you're looking for, that you're imagining, that you really, really want.
Yeah.
I would like to eat some cake. So I'm going to look at Books Year Birthday Cakes, and in particular the March one, because that's
I would love to see a cake mirage.
Oh, wouldn't it be good? Run and jump in it and land in all that frosting and cake, and be awesome. So I'm looking for cake. in my Mirage. What are you looking for, Hannah? Sasha?
I will be looking for a nice, cool pool of water, right? I think it's traditionally, you're in the desert and you think you see water. So this is the lily pond in the middle of Herbularius.
You're definitely
So
more
nice.
traditional.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that. I love those chatelaines. Okay, mine is you couldn't go wrong in seeing a mirage of like thousands of dogs just coming at you, as long as they're all nice, right? But this would be my dream, just like hundreds of dogs running towards me.
So you put the dogs and the cake together and you'd be in heaven.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom, it's all good. I think as long as you spin the story, it would work.
Okay, the next one is stitch on a piece that has something in the design that either falls or ascends.
Okay, I actually, again, I was limiting myself to my mayhem choices, and I picked my Reader's Paradise by Heaven and Earth because the staircase falls and ascends. So I thought, yep, I will do that. So that's what I'm working on for that one.
I think I would go with Fantasia again because there's a nice waterfall in there as well.
Yep, it definitely falls. Be worried if it ascended.
True.
Okay. I'm not sure, but I mean, ascending is just coming down, right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna do World Wonders map because there's like airplanes, there's also hot air balloons. They can all ascend back down to Earth.
That sounds pretty good. All right, what else?
There is one more, and this one is this one's a harder one, at least for me. Put stitches into a whip with a graveyard.
Okay, this was a hard one for me too, particularly as I am limiting myself to my mayhem pieces if I can. So for me to stitch this one, it would be my Tiny Modernist Spooky Hollow because there are gravestones here and there and everywhere. So that's what I would do. However, I decided this month I was going to take the easy out since I earned the free pass each week. So that's my free pass this week because I completed all the monthlies last month. And I just thought, you know what, I should actually use these. And then it gives me more time to do other things.
I don't have anything that has a graveyard, but I could maybe say that the village of Hogsmeade has a cemetery, but it's not pictured in the whip. So I don't know if that would fly or not, but
well, you can
that's
always
the
add
closest I've got.
Add the 100 stitches, alternate stitches, and then you covered either way.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't have anything with. I would just do the add 100 stitches.
Fair enough. Well, that was, I mean, that last one was really specific, but the rest of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Cool.
So that's daily 30. Okay. We have got quite a few things happening in NoNewStarts this week. For anyone who is in NoNewStarts, we have got the birthday sale rolling over. And this one is one that I think everyone should be able to fit into because some of them are hard. I mean, it was picked by who put in their whip suggestions for their birthday sales. But there's 3 choices this half of the month. And I reckon if you can't fit into one of these 3, I'm very surprised. Number 1, anything by Clouds Factory. So if you have anything by Clouds Factory, you can work on that to help celebrate the birthdays. And remember, you just have to put your start, do some work, and put a finish. There's no stitch requirements as such. A project that features a cat. All right. So do you guys have anything by Clouds Factory first?
I don't.
No. Do you have anything with a cat?
I do.
You do? What do you got with a cat, Hannah?
You would have to look pretty closely, but A Stitch in Time has a cat in the fall row. There's like a dog, and a cat right there.
Okay. Yep.
So,
Chloe. Well, you've
How's the
just
cat?
given me a hope with that. Hold on, I'll share that so we can see it bigger.
So right by the boxer in the fall.
Yeah, there we go. Can you see that bigger? There's a cat there.
Right there.
Awesome. Well, I could do that, but that's not one of my mayhem pieces, and my mayhem pieces are getting limited. Do I have any cats in what I've got left to stitch on? I do. I could work on my scary Halloween because that pumpkin cat in the bottom,
It's cute.
it is a cat. So this one will fit in for that. What about you, Sasha? Any cats?
I don't think I have any cats.
All right. Well, that's fine. Then do you have the last one? A Mirabilia.
I do. Wait a
See?
minute.
Everyone should be able to do something.
Yes. I'm trying to find the picture. Well, it's a Nora Corbett. Is that close enough?
Yes, that's close enough to me.
Okay. I'm trying to find the picture. Ah, here it is. I've got Rudolph.
There you go. See, so you could participate in that part of the
Yes.
birthday sale. What about you, Hannah? Any Mirabilias for you?
Nope, just full coverage now because they finished. Or well, we have one non-full coverage, but everything else is full coverage. So nope.
Well, I can do that one too because my zombie run made in the season. So that gets me an organized one for that. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good. This is possibly the first one that almost everyone can do something in, if they want to. The second event is on Thursday. We've got Scrabble, and so yes, Scrabble is so much fun. So it's the 18th of every month. So it changes what day it's on. It's 24 hours in your time zone, wherever you live. 5 p.m. on the 18th till 5 p.m. on the 19th. And you just have that time to post your start, put down your word or words, depending on what the requirements are, and then post your finish. Carla has changed it up a little bit this week, so you'll have to watch the video when it comes out to see what you got to do. We just did the drawing, so I do know the letters, but I'm not telling you. So yeah, so that's on this Thursday. And then on Sunday, so it's just about the time we do the next video, but since I'm talking about what's coming up, we actually change over to Aries for What's Your Sign. So for this one, for Aries, it is a fire sign. So what do you have fire related?
I have one there.
Yep.
I have my Christmas stocking, Donna Gelsinger, Shih Tzu for Christmas. It's got the candles in the background.
Yep, awesome. Now remember with the What's Your Sign, again, it's do whatever you want, but for each prompt you do, you get an entry in the raffle, which is pretty cool. What about you, Hannah? Any fire for you?
Yeah, my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, the
Awesome.
dragon is breathing fire.
There you go. That piece just is great for everything.
It's great. It's everything.
Double dipping. There is definitely fire in that cauldron.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, definitely be fire up there. So that would be what I would do for fire. The next thing is the animal is a ram. Now I will put a caveat on here and say I think any sheep would be fine. Doesn't have to be a ram, but there might be a bonus if you actually have a ram. I don't know of many projects that have a ram. Anything with a sheep or a ram for you?
I don't think so.
No.
Not for
And
I
me.
was so sure. I was like, oh, maybe my World Wonders map, because like, what doesn't it have on it?
Well,
But I don't think there's any sheep or ram. That's so
not down in
frustrating.
Australia or New Zealand?
Let's see. We've got kangaroos, koala. No. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, you guys won't get a point for that one. I will, because Anzac by Long Dog has that great big sheep there. So anyone who's doing Anzac will be right for this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any other sheep. Oh yeah, I've got another one. Hold on. I've got another sheep. Here you go. I can do a shameless plug for this one, I think. Where is it? If you would like to do one and you need to buy a pattern. Oh, hold on. Before you buy a pattern, I could also do Angel, Lion and Lamb by Hade, because it's got a baby lamb. Aww. And then I'm just looking for the shameless plug because I know there's sheep in this one. Where is it? I probably don't even have a picture of it. No, I should do. It's on my whip list. Oh, I got it all talked up and I can't find the picture. There it is. The August month block from Paddock Lane Designs is celebrating the shearing season, and it has 3 fluffy sheep and a shearing shed. So you can go and get that for a couple of dollars off Etsy or Paddock Lane Designs Facebook page if you want to actually be able to stitch a sheep and you don't have one.
And since we're talking about NoNewStarts, we
That's
can't
so
actually
cute.
start it.
Yes, it could be your freebie and NoNewStarts. That's right. Yes, that's true. Well, yeah, there you go. We are trying to make people trip up. It's all good. A diamond is the gemstone.
I think I have.
Well, I think
yeah,
I could
can look
either use, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I could either use the chatelaine because it has so many beads and jewels on it, or the Rudolph for the same reason. Lots of sparklies.
Yeah, and I think as long as they're those silver clear sparkles, you could call them diamonds.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
work. Hannah, what about you?
Definitely double dipping my wedding picture because I'm wearing a diamond ring in the picture.
That works.
That's perfect.
Works. This one for me jumps out as being my diamondy piece, my Mirabilia. I don't remember what it's called. Crystal Christmas. To me, that just looks like the whole tree is sparkling in diamonds. So I probably will have to work on that one.
I like that one.
And the last thing, the flowers are sweet pea and daisies. So while you're thinking about that, I'll get up the pictures of what they are, in case people don't know. All right, here's your sweet peas. So they're pretty pinks, whites, purples, curved sort of flower. And I'm quite sure everyone knows what daisies are. So they're not just white with yellow though, but it's that shape with the separate petals. So what have you got that you would think would be sweet peas or daisies?
Well, I haven't gotten far enough into the details of the pattern yet, but there are so many different kinds of flowers in this. All around the edge are a series of different flowers. So I would imagine that somewhere on there would be a flower that would meet one or the other of those.
I would think so. Hannah?
So I'm thinking similar idea. My canine sanctuary has just flowers all through the garden. So somewhere in there's got to be a sweet pea or a daisy.
And as long as you identify where the one you think is a sweet pea or a daisy, then the person grading will go, yeah, that's cool. You just can't say there's a flower and therefore it's a daisy.
Right.
Whereas I can say that because in Little House Neighborhood, I don't know if you can see them, probably can't. They're white flowers in the grass that look like they could be daisies. So you've just got to have it, make an effort to make it look like the right one. So that's what we've got coming up this week in NoNewStarts. And just a reminder that the end of the month is the first WIP progress check-in. So we want to be able to see in your albums that you've made some progress on some of your WIPs. That's all that's required. All right. What's happening this week then in Crystal Academy, Hannah?
Okay, so we just finished up with our first Shroud and Prowl, and that was really fun. That was really fun. I always have fun doing that, looking at everybody's stuff, seeing the amount of spectator stitches that came through. It was wild. But you know, you guys did a great job. Kara did a really good job. They did a great job.
We really enjoyed it because it was much more even this time. And it basically just came down to a big game of paper, rock, scissors at the end. And unfortunately for us, Kara were better paper, rock, scissors players. But we had great fun seeking them out and playing. And we got so much stitching done. And you were awesome, Hannah. We really appreciated. You were so quick. And, you know, I could tell like that night when I think there was Sammy and I about to go into battle and you were like not together, we're two different battles. And you could tell she's staying up late because she knows we're about to get there. And it was awesome. So we appreciated that. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I was excited. I was like, okay, there's about to be a battle starting. Like, I need to stay up and make sure I get there.
And you got
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. It was
we have decided that we are kind of going to change it up for the next Shroud and Prowl. So that's going to look a little different. We've taken some ideas from this March Madness Mayhem situation. So there's going to be a little bit of maybe some tier battles happening. So we'll see. We'll keep you informed, but things are changing a little bit for the next one. Cool. So the next thing that's happening in Crystal Academy is our field trip. And this is also going to look a little different than the last field trip that we had. So it's going to be more dorm focused. So the dorms are going to kind of stay together a little bit more this time. And then our commuters can kind of join in where they want to. But it's going to be a scavenger hunt type thing. So you're all going to be searching for something. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be about 10 days. It's going to start a little later than we originally wanted it to. It's going to start on Wednesday rather than tomorrow. But we will post all of that in the group. But we're excited for that. And there's no prompt required for things, so you can pretty much work on anything. But you know, you'll have an amount of stitches that you have to do for as a group rather than individually. So it's going to be more group based this time than it was last time.
Cool. That sounds exciting. We'll love the field trip. So that's good. So we've basically got just 2 days to chillax.
Yeah.
Wow. Have a weekend and breathe in the middle of the week.
Right. We said we need some professional development days. So
that's true. Yes, you do. Oh, that's exciting. That's good. And then after that 10 days, we're back into the normal routine of
back into classes. Yeah. So we'll have some classes posted.
Oh, that's great. No, I'm really enjoying it. All right. So that's what we're doing in that. And then the next weekly one that I like to usually discuss is Supernatural. And remember, this one is actually, I'm sorry, I'm just going to butt in with this one. Apparently, this comment goes against our security standards.
I love it when I see those.
I have posted a starting photo for a prompt. It is a box. It's actually a window of Christmas cottage. Wow. Okay. I have to continue to get to where I want to do.
And as admins, we see those too. So when somebody's post gets declined, we see that, and it's like, why? There's nothing wrong with it.
How dare I post a starting point in a prompt? And I wasn't even posting it fast because it was like every 3 hours. So, okay, yeah, well, you know, Facebook, sorry to interject, but it's relevant to all the viewers out there because you guys will get stuck with it. And then you get messages going, I can't post. And it's like, oh, yeah, Facebook's at it again. Anyway, let me try again. I want to read the prompts for Supernatural. So I think I've just got to make sure I get the right one because every time I do this, I dig out the wrong one. All right. season 4, episode 4. So this group is still open, and remember, it's all about you stitching just to get your stitching done and build up your stash pile. So I'm saving up my bullets for the end of the year. In No New Starts, we're talking about doing an end of No New Start event of a 12 days of Christmas. I know. So if you want to start thinking about pieces you've been wanting to start, I'll go through it in another month or two. Look for you, Hannah. You can't wait. And the idea is basically
I already planned 12 new starts. So
yes, 12 new starts, but there's 12 days from when we finish on the 13th of December to Christmas. So we thought maybe we'll do a 12 days of Christmas till Christmas, and you can start on all your new starts. All right, anyway, more about that later, but I'll have money to spend. All right, so this is called Metamorphosis. There's an etiquette related prompt again for Mr. Manners prompt. So if you've been doing it, it would make sense. My etiquette prompt was my little house neighborhood, because it was talking about the etiquette of how you would socialize with neighbors and going and visiting people's places. Do either of you have anything jump out of your head to be an etiquette related? It's fine if you don't. You're
my wedding
married.
piece, possibly. Yeah, I was gonna say wedding, because when you're at a wedding, you definitely have to kind of like maintain some sort of etiquette while you're there.
Yeah. Sasha?
The only one I can think of is the Christmas stocking with the dog, because there are all sorts of etiquette rules around pets and how you interact with them or where they should be.
That I think that would fit. All right, the second one is stitch on a project that portrays anger or another strong emotion.
Now, when you say strong emotion, I mean, does love count as a strong emotion?
I would think so. See, to me, I was
Yeah.
instantly thinking of your wedding piece.
Right, because I'm thinking I can double dip that with a couple of things. So
I think I would go to Fantasia again, because I think Mickey is so angry and frustrated, and that's why he gets the brooms going.
That would make sense. Yeah, that fits. I'm not an angry person. I'm the last thing from angry. The only strong emotion I can see in my whips would be lest we forget, because it's remembrance. So it's like grief and that sort of emotion, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that's all I can think of for that one.
Yeah.
But that's not double dipping with anything at the moment, but that's okay. Right. Stitch on the project in your whip list with the shortest title.
oh, that's easy. Okay, mine is dogs, because it's literally just 4 letters.
Yes, definitely. That would fit. I'm just looking through to see if I can quickly work out. I think I know what it is. What about you? Do you know what yours is?
Mine is Noel.
I think there might be another one. I haven't scrolled the whole way through, but I don't know if I'd get much shorter than Gigi, Gigi. So I think that might be my shortest one. And who knows if I'll be up to stitching another piece that's not part of what I'm trying to do at the moment, but none of the ones on my list that I want to work on are coming up. Stitch on a project which shows one or more of the physical attributes on a human: eyes, skin, teeth, and bones.
I would use my wedding piece.
You would. Maidens of the Season.
Yeah.
What about you, Sasha?
I'm trying to show you something different, because I feel like I keep showing you the same one, but I think it would be Santa on the Christmas stocking.
He's got great eyes and nose and cheeks. And
yeah.
All right, this one's hard. I'm going to read you the prompt because it's a bit more interesting. His issues are also a matter of cursed blood and mutating genes. Stitch on a project that references blood or gene traits.
Well, I feel like I keep going back to this, but when you think about genes and genetics, you think of Mendel and all his garden experiments. So I would probably go to the herb garden.
Okay. Are you going to go to your wedding? Because
I was gonna say my wedding piece because it's like literally me. So
and it's merging genes to pass on the genetic traits to.
right.
Well, I'm going the other way. I like to be different. I'm going blood. And it wasn't me. That game is full of blood, and I've actually got red and me written in blood.
Right.
So I would.
Well, and you're doing it on your blood splatter, right?
Yeah, and I'm using the blood splatter. Yeah, over here. Look at this one. See, it's on the blood splatter fabric.
Right.
So I think for me, I'd have to go the blood.
Yeah.
It might get some love later in the week. Who knows? Depends on how I go with everything else. All right, stitch on a project that includes food or shows children at play. I just like to say cake.
Ooh. Hmm. Oh, I do. Okay. My World Wonders map has beer and pretzels. I think that's in Germany.
I was going to say
Beer
Germany.
Pretzels, but...
Yeah.
So.
I think I'm still on my herb garden.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay, that works. That's food. All right. The next one is a title or a design company or designer, which it starts with the letters meat on legs. I mean, we probably have plenty of choices for that.
Yeah. Okay.
I would actually probably I could use one of my designs, because Paddock Lane Designs or Lisa Lane is an L for the legs.
Yeah. I would probably do any of my Hades because Michelle.
Yes, Michelle from Hayde. Sasha, anything coming to mind?
Meat or legs?
On legs.
Meat on legs?
Yeah.
So strange.
Oh, this one. My pansy pillow is Joan Elliott, so the E.
There you go, and that's one you want to work on.
Yes.
All right. The next one is a design that incorporates words. This will get me my last, I'm jumping in, this will get me my last mayhem choice, which is Cricket Collection Christmas. So I've got certain ones I've had to work on, and I've got, three left.
Okay. So I would do the Hawaiian Islands.
Yep.
Lots of words on that one.
And then I would do a stitch in time because there's words.
Stitch in time. Yep. Awesome. All right. A project with a woman with charms on display.
I'm going to use my wedding piece because I am a woman. And I mean, if we're saying like charms on display, like jewelry is what I'm taking from that. Like I was wearing jewelry. I don't know.
Well, I think you could take it one of two ways. So you could take you're wearing jewelry, and I mean, I can of course do my maidens, but in that way. But it could just mean a woman with charms on display, as in like she's. So, for example, my Alice, where is she? She looks like she's charming everyone.
I mean, okay. So I could say either way. I think my wedding piece, because I kind of, I don't know. I think I could take either of those with my wedding piece.
You can do your wedding piece.
You absolutely fit both of those.
The thing with Supernatural, though, like I said, is I try to do a different piece for each prompt, because you can do however many stitches you want. There's no bonus for doing 4 prompts on the one piece. You could
there is a lot more stitches in.
Yeah. So therefore, I try if I can. I just basically do a prompt per piece. See, Alice is very charming.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Her charms are on display. She's like cursing and stuff. Okay, just pause.
So I would do Moon Charmer.
Cool. Okay, So the next one is a project that shows a figure doing something. I'll jump in. This is my last mayhem piece because both the figures in that lavender farm are doing something. One's holding flower pots and the other one's dragging a trolley. So that gets my mayhem done and dusted. All 20 pieces that were picked for me worked on.
Wow.
Yay. I quite like the madness option though, like you're talking about, which has the brackets idea. So it'll be good to try that with something. So that's exciting. All right, what do you got, Sasha?
I have Mickey, who is casting a spell.
Yes, definitely. And Hannah, are you getting married?
Well, no, I'm going to do a stitch in time for this one because I'm stitching ladies who are stitching.
Ah, yes, that would definitely work.
Very cool.
I love that. Okay, stitch on a project with fire. Well, we've already covered that earlier, so you would just chuck that straight in. There's no problem with double dipping. And the last one is stitch on an angel or any project of your choice.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
I
boring.
was like, I don't have one of those.
Well, I do. Where can I make it go down? Why can I not get smaller? Let's see. I'm going to show you my angel choices because I can. All right, I'm going to share my screen while I find my angels because you haven't had a flip through my album today. We have got the South American angel, which I really need to do some more work on, but she hasn't.
Beautiful.
She's not on the list for this week, but she's one angel I could work on. And then the others must all be down. I showed you the angel lion and lamb before. So, I mean, I could definitely, you know, double dip her with the sheep for NoNewStarts. And then I have one more angel who is the angel I avoid stitching the most. And therefore, I need to stitch her. It's Spirit of Snow Angel by Brooks Books. And I only object to it because I don't like the perforated paper. And I have to do so many blends and there's so many chronics and everything. And she's beautiful and stunning and I really want her finished. So I just need to pull my finger out and stitch her.
You're not that
That's
far
really
away
pretty.
either.
No, I'm up to basically doing the last bit of chronics and then the beading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
What about you? Any angels from either of you?
Nope.
I don't have any angels.
No.
I want some.
You want some. Okay, that's good to know. So that's supernatural then. So yeah, you do whatever you want to do. As I said, I always just do it at the end of the week and I just copy across whatever I've done, see what I can earn myself to use later in the year. Okay, semi-sane, we have got the same things going on, so we don't need to go about them, except we've just changed to letter E. So my alphabet, my letter E is there, and I've got an eggplant to stitch. What about you guys? Are you doing alphabet?
I'm not actually doing it now.
I don't have anything with an alphabet.
That's fine. All right, well, we don't need to spend any time on the alphabet. Is there anything else happening? We've got a new group that it started a little while ago, but it's just opened up to new members, which is called Dragon Dynasty.
Dynasty of Dragons.
Thank you. I knew I'd get it the wrong way around. Okay. See, there's an American and Australian thing. I say a Dynasty of Dragons and you say a Dynasty of Dragons. And it's like a really cool sort of Dungeons and Dragons. It's a bit of Crystal Academy meets Myth and Magic meets Semi-Sane, all rolled in together. It's got those really cool storytelling where you do a story and an adventure, a bit of a choose your own adventure. Lots and lots of fun. You've been in it for a while, Hannah. You got any tips or pointers for anyone?
The rounds, so we have rounds, so usually the rounds last for 2 weeks and you're trying to find the dragon essence in those 2 weeks, and then once that 2 weeks is over, you're hopefully going back to your camp so that you don't get stuck wherever you are. And then usually there's about a 1 to 2 week break between rounds, so you're stitching you have round stitching and you have like non-round stitching. So there's specific things you can do between rounds and during rounds. So I've had a lot of fun. The stories are hilarious. If you go read some of the different dynasties stories, they're perfect. They're awesome. And they're hilarious. So sometimes I'll just spend a couple of minutes just reading other people's stories.
It is pretty fun. We've been enjoying it. Sasha and I are in the same dynasty, and we only joined a few days ago. So we've just made our first move to our first location to start our hunt, and already our story is hilarious for us because yeah, it's suiting our personalities. It's quite funny. Actually, I don't know. Have you read our story, Sasha? Because
I did. I saw it. It's hilarious.
Sasha was just lying on the beach having a snooze.
I wish. We've been attacked by what are they called? The roos, the rodents of unusual size.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Fantastic. Well, I'm sure.
Interesting.
So if anyone's interested, they just look up the Facebook group and there's a question to join, and you can join a dynasty, or you can be what's called a rogue, which is just like a helper where you can still stitch for things and then you give them to people.
Yep.
So that sounds pretty cool to me. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can
it's lots of fun so far.
Yeah.
So lots to do this week, people. Get stitching. But the really good thing about that, and I'm so pleased to hear that Crystal's the same, is you can stitch on anything you want to, which makes double dipping so much easier. So we're just waiting on Magical Stitches to get released, and then that might sort of form the path for this week if I decide to do that. I am enjoying the fact that the monthlies just build the monsters, so it's or you got to build the cabin, so it's easy to just put your extra stitches into that and it doesn't have to fit, and it all helps the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, people, and thank you for coming along, ladies, and I look forward to seeing your progress. Bye.
Thank you.